Today I'm going to show you some moves that are easy to learn, easy to do, but they're almost impossible to stop. Let's jump into it. Okay, first move is really simple. You can pick this up in seconds. And the thing I like about it is that it's impossible to stop because it gives you a lot of options. So all you're going to do is dribble the basketball. You can do this pretty much from any position, and you're simply going to step back. So it's the step back. There's different ways you can do the step back, but this is like the basic version. Literally just whatever hand's dribbling, step back with that foot first. Usually, if you get a little more advanced, you maybe step back with the other foot, but that leaves the ball a little more exposed. So the reason I like to step back with the same side foot as the hand that's dribbling is because it's harder for the defender to get at the basketball. I can protect it with my hand, and from there I can create space. Now if I got a pressure defender, and I can give myself a little room to breathe, or of course I got that shot, right, like everyone likes to take. So if your defender doesn't close out, all you gotta do is rise up for that shot. If your defender does close out though, since you step back, you're creating a situation where they've gotta react. So when I come back, if they close the gap on me, they're too far to the side, I just go here. Too far to this side, I just go here. Simple stuff, but nearly impossible to stop. Next one is really simple. It could actually break your defender's ankles, but it's great for creating shots like the last one, also for getting past your defender, faking them out, a bunch more. All we're gonna do is dribble the basketball straight down, and with the opposite foot, we're gonna sell a quick, hard jab step. Doesn't have to be a big jab step. We wanna do this so we're just coming outside, shoulder width apart with this foot, but the key is that I'm gonna be aggressive with that step, and that basketball hits the ground at the same time that my foot hits the ground. That way, as I'm selling that fake, it's giving me a little extra time to react to what my defender does. If my defender jumps back, now when the ball is coming right back into my hand, I can just, boom, drive this way if they jump that way, if they're reacting. So I come here. If they don't react, I can just set back up on really good balance. But a lot of times what's gonna happen is they're either gonna jump this way so I can drive this way, or they might jump back a little further and I can just bring that foot back in, rise up for a shot. Or if I do that little step and they react and come back with me right away, I can go into a crossover, right? Now, if I don't have as much space to work with, I might need to do something a little more advanced. I might need to take an extra step back there to free up some room for a crossover, or go into a behind the back dribble. A lot of options from that, pretty much impossible to guard because you've got all those options. It's just a matter of making a good read on the defender and making sure you're selling that step quick, hard, and aggressive. Next one is the inside out dribble, just like I was doing there. So might take a little practice to get down if you're new to it. Spend like half a day, or not even half a day, like 20 minutes, and you can really get the feel for this. So the basic thing is, if you're newer to basketball, hand comes from this side of the basketball over the top, pulls the back out. Usually, like that last move, we want to sell a little step with that opposite foot. You don't necessarily have to though. I'll just do this coming up the court sometimes though. And the reason I like it is, it allows me to kind of give all these little movements here where the defender doesn't really know what I'm going to do, right? So a lot of times what's going to happen from that is they're going to freeze up a little bit. And from that now, I can maybe sell a big fake to get them to go flying because they're waiting for my big move. Or sometimes they'll just completely go to sleep because they don't know what to move on, so they don't move on anything, and you can just blow by them. And then other times you'll get defenders that are really jumpy and they'll move on any little movement, right? So if I'm doing a whole bunch of these in a row and I see them jump one way, it's obvious which way to go. I just go the other way. If they jump back, I move back. If they jump this way, I come this way. If they jump this way, crossover, come this way. Pretty simple stuff. The big key is that you get this down solid though, so you can just pull it out at any given moment, go into multiple of them in a row, and then make the read. Next one is the drop cross or the non-cross. Super deceptive, super simple, right? You're like, that's the easiest thing in the world. Do you see what I even did? All I did was drop the basketball straight down, but I switched hands. So it's a little bit of a crossover motion, but you want to make it as unnoticeable as possible. So think about just trying to drop it straight down and switch hands. What's going to happen from there is a lot of defenders aren't going to notice that you switched hands, or the way you do it doesn't give them enough of a reason to really react to it. So from that, if they don't react to the ball coming in his hand, I can just attack and go by him, right? But again, you're gonna get certain defenders that are maybe a little jumpier, right? So if they see that this basketball comes in his hand, a lot of times they'll quickly try to shade me this way and cut this off. And since I'm just coming up the court kind of casual and I'm in really good control, it'll be really easy for me to cross over and come that way. And then you'll also get a couple other defenders where maybe when you do this, they're like, okay, he's setting something up, right? And they know if you've got good handles, they're gonna jump back. Then from there, just rise up into the jump shot. Next one's gonna put your defender in a position where they have to react to what you're doing, because if they don't, you're gonna be able to beat them no matter what, and if they do, you're probably gonna be able to beat them no matter what. Again, impossible to guard. So all we're gonna do with this one is cross over, but we're gonna do a little bit of a side shuffle with it. Now what that does is, if I got a defender playing D on me here and I side shuffle, if they don't move quick enough or move at all, then it's easy, right? I know, again, like a lot of these moves, I can just go. Well, let's say I go into this side shuffle and they're really jumpy again and they bite hard on this movement over here. Well, all I gotta do is cross back over. If they're a little bit closer to me, again, we could go into that little slight step back and then cross over, or a behind the back. And then other times you'll get defenders where when you go into this, maybe they're not really reacting enough or they're jumping back. In either of those scenarios, again, rise up, you got an easy shot. There's a big key you need to go into to unlock these moves in games. I covered that in this YouTube video. It's gonna give you some moves/drills that will make all these a lot more effective. Also, if you haven't, get my free workout, top link in the description, gethandles.com. I'll see you in that video next.